Hey everybody, it's Pete with MinutePages, and today I'm going to show you how to connect your CRM to your MinutePages leads using Zapier and Webhooks. You want to make sure you're signed into your MinutePages dashboard and to your Zapier account. To start, you'll click on Create Zap. This is going to open up your Zap editor, and your trigger is going to be Webhooks. If you don't see Webhooks in here, just type it into the search bar. It'll be the first thing that comes up. Click on Webhooks by Zapier. Choose an event. The event is going to be a catch hook. Make sure it's catch hook and not any of the other fields. Click on that. You'll hit continue twice. Continue and continue. From here, it's going to give you a webhook. Copy this webhook. Go into your MinutePages account. Your dashboard probably just has one business name and URL. This is my account, so I have tests as well. So I have additional fields. I'm going to go into my Ocean City Homebuyer account. Click on the pencil icon for Manage Dashboard. It will bring you in, and from here, on the left-hand side, you want to click on Forms. Forms is going to bring up the entire Forms menu. Now, it's important to note that all of the forms have mapping already set in. They are all the same fields. So you want to select the form that has the most fields. For most of you, this is going to be one of your Step 2 forms. Step 1 is usually something like a property address and an email. Step 2 has all the additional questions. If you start with your mapping on Step 2, you'll get all the fields that are available, and you'll only have to do your mapping one time. I know that this Get a Cash Offer Step 2 on this particular site is the most verbose, so that's the one I will use. I will click on Settings and Form Settings. From here, on the left-hand side, you'll see a bunch of fields. You'll want to go click on Webhooks. From here, you'll click on Add New. And there's a field here for Request URL. That is what you just copied in Zapier, and then you'll hit Save Settings. Now note, you will not be able to go back and get leads that are already in your system. You will only get leads going forward. In order to have a test lead, you'll want to click on Preview, and you're going to input all the information that's in here for whatever your form is. If you've got more fields, just fill out every form, or every field rather. So this field, we're going to put in Test Pete. I will use my MinutePages email, pete@minutepages.com. My phone number, I'll just use a dummy one. We'll go with all fours today, 444, and then I will use the office address, 17 West Main. So all of my fields are now filled out. I will hit Submit. Don't need to save it. The form will go through. You'll come to this page. You can then exit out to your dashboard or just X out of that particular page. Now, you'll go back to Zapier here, and you're going to test the trigger. This is a test of the lead that you just input. It will pull all of the information in, and you can see everything is here. Then you will hit Continue. Here is where you will go ahead and select your CRM. So if you're using, it depends on what you're using really. If you're using Podio, you would select that. If you're using REI Reply, I believe the actual app in Zapier is called Lead Connector. There's a ton of different ones. If you've got Follow Up Boss that has its own app, Chime has its own app. In this particular case, I'm using Chime. So I'll click on Chime and I'll see it's there. That is the correct account. The event is going to be create a lead. Now, if you have not signed in already, it's going to ask you to pick an account and you'll have to sign in for one. Not a big deal. You already have your login information. You will collect that and you will hit sign in. Then you'll hit continue. Here are all the fields that you're going to need to map. Now, it's important to note that some CRMs can handle first name, last name as its own field. Some need it separated. You'll figure it out when you log into your CRM here and you see the available fields. You can see this one has just first and last name. If I slide all the way down here, I don't see anything. These are all the fields that are available for the CRM to map in. I don't see anything for first name, last name together. I did already know that, but a lot of you won't, and you'll figure it out when you first log in. If that is the case, you will need to go ahead and go back up here to this little plus sign after your catch hook, because you're going to format the name field. MinutePages collects first name, last name typically as one field. So in order to do that, you'll click on Format. You're going to choose your event, and it's going to be a text event. You'll hit Continue. The field you're going to want to transform is going to be text. You can just type in, text, split text. Your input, everything is going to be grabbing from what you had in your test webhook. So your input, you'll look at your available fields, and as you slide down, you can see there it is, Test Pete. That's the field that you're going to want to separate. The separator is going to be a bracket, a colon, and then space. So that, and then a colon and a bracket. Whoop, not a semicolon, but an actual colon and a bracket. So that is when there's a space between the name. Your segment index is going to be all as separate fields, and then hit continue. And you'll see the input was test Pete, separator space. Your string split is the transformation. Hit test action. And now you'll see that there are two fields that are available for you, test and Pete. Hit continue. It brings you back into here. So now you'll go back up to your setup action, and now your first name will be available in here. You look at your text formatter, test, last name, text formatter, Pete. Now all of your other fields are going to be, you'll see here, email. That will all be in your catch hook section. You'll look for email, there it is, it's pretty obvious. Your phone, we'll click on that, all back into catch hooks, show all options, there's the phone number. Now this is the exercise that you'll have to go through from all the fields that are available. Street or complete address, so some of you will be able to do it by street address, zip code, city, state. It depends on what your particular CRM is set up as. If it is set up like this one where it is all one complete address, you will then just go ahead and go in and do show all options, 17 West Main Street. I put a physical space there, New Freedom, physical space, Pennsylvania, physical space, zip code 17349. Those are all the fields that are available for this particular one. Lead type though, that is going to be a default. I know that this is a seller lead because this is a seller website. The source, you can either hard code a source, you can pull up in here. It will tell you what form it was, what source URL, where the page was. So it gives you a lot of different options that you can use. You can also just go ahead and put in here, if you want to, that it's MinutePages, whatever you want for the source. You can obviously go ahead and map things out however you like from here for all these additional fields. If you hard code something in here, your tag, I can say MinutePages lead. If you just put that in there, that will become the tag that comes through to you in case you're using some sort of autoresponder or something driven by tags within your CRM. Then all you have to do, go down to the bottom, hit continue. All of your fields will show what are mapped, and you can test the action if you want to, and that will push it to your CRM. At that point, you are now going to be completely set up and ready to go. You can just hit publish your Zap. You can also name your Zap at the top left, publish and turn on, and now your Zap is all set up. Now, in order to do this going forward though, for the rest of your accounts, you'll want to go back up into Zapier here. You'll want to, actually you need to hit your edit button, sorry. Your setup trigger, continue. You want to copy your webhook again, and now you're going to go back into MinutePages, and you're going to go to every form that you have. Get cash offer now. You will then go down to webhooks, and you will add new. So for every form, you'll just need to add that catch hook. You already have it mapped here, so anytime it hits, it's going to pull in and update the CRM for you automatically, but you need to put it into every single form. We will have a separate video on how to import your lead detector leads because that is handled a little bit differently. So you will have one for lead detector and one for your form fills here on your MinutePages leads. If you have any questions, just let us know. We're happy to help.